I thought about all the ways to discuss the class overview, rules, and procedures. I thought about this.
Work, 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 work. I'm gonna make you work, 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 work.
And this.
The rules, the rules, the rules of the classroom.
I figured I couldn't do anything worse than that. Since this is photography class, I thought I would do it photo style.
I don't always teach rules and procedures, but when I do, I use memes.
What is this course about? This course topics will include, but are not limited to, Unit 1, Getting to Know You in this class. Unit 2, Photography as an Art. Unit 3, History of Photography. Unit 4, The Camera. Unit 5, Photoshop. Are you sitting there thinking, I don't know why I took this course, and at this point, I'm afraid to ask? Maybe you need a fine art credit for graduation, or an additional elective credit, or was just placed in here. If you're here to stay, welcome. If you want to change your schedule, see your counselor as soon as you can. I'm not offended if you want to leave, but I'd rather you find a class that will be a better match for you. Will you have to work in this class? Yes, you will have to work in this class every day. You will have warm-ups, projects, tests, reading, and/or videos to watch for notes. No discussion today. We're watching a video. Yes, I said videos, but these videos you will watch will give you more information about the different subjects of photography. Sorry, no Netflix. You will have to answer questions in relation to those topics and expect to retain this information. You will use this new information in your photography shooting assignments for the class. Although we are working on a skill or technique, always be creative when taking your photos. You are graded on creativity. Unless your assignment is to have an intentional blur, your photo should be in focus with correct exposure, not too dark a light. Give that extra to make your photos extraordinary. Homework will mostly be supply checks, warm-ups, and notes. You will have tests and quizzes on various topics. Grading policy. 50% classwork, 30% independent assignments, 20% assessments. I don't care if you got an A+ in English, math, history, you got an A- in art. You fail in life. All quizzes and tests will be based off information taken in your notes from readings and videos. The information you are looking for is in your notes. You said you spent all your weekend studying, but the fact that half your test is blank determines that was a lie. Be prepared. Come to class every day and on time. Be in your seat and log into your assigned computer and begin working quietly. Please no talking the first 5 minutes of class so attendance can be taken and complete the daily warm-up. Have your ID and any other material needed with you and ready to work. What do you mean you have no paper, pencil, or book? What did you think we were doing today? Be responsible. Pay attention and follow directions. Be organized. Use the materials appropriately. Keep the room and your working environment clean at all times. Absolutely no food or drink in the class. Throw away your trash in the trash cans and be responsible for your own learning. Just listen. No, I don't understand. You thought I said color and marker because marker sounds like crayon? I just answered that question less than a minute ago. Why would you do the same thing I just told your classmate not to do? What you need to do is thinking on your own before you ask the teacher. Also very important is no food or drink in the class. This includes water. I don't think anyone wants to spend $1,800 for a new Mac. Be respectful. Respect yourself, your classmates, the classroom, and the teacher. This includes personal space, property, artwork, and supplies, and not talking when someone else is talking. Use appropriate language. Choose the right time and tone in making comments and sharing concern. This is what I will look like if you're talking while I'm talking. And when I call your name, don't say, "But teacher, he was also talking." But then, you're still talking? Oh, okay, you're not talking. I just saw your lips moving. I heard the sound coming out. Oh, my bad. You don't want to play this game with me, son. I'm going to just wait till it's quiet. Just know if I'm waiting, somebody is receiving some zeros, not one. So you think you're just going to sit there and talk? Tell me again how you're going to pass this class. Be actively engaged. Complete the daily warm-up, log into the computer and check the daily agenda. Work quietly throughout the entire period and complete each task. Be on your best behavior daily. Participate in all activities. Consequences. The following are discipline consequences for those who choose not to follow the class rules. Disruptions of class may result in immediate removal from the class with a referral. First violation, you receive a verbal warning. Second violation is parent contact. Third violation is a referral and a parent-teacher conference. I have special skills. I can find your parents' numbers. I will call. Student responsibilities. It is everyone's responsibility to take care of the classroom, including tools and equipment, supplies, and facilities. Care for the classroom is a grading factor. Daily points, privileges in the classroom, and opportunities to work with certain materials may be affected if students do not take appropriate care of classroom materials and equipment. Students will be financially responsible for materials and equipment stolen, damaged, or broken by the student. Price of materials. iMac desktop computer, $1,800. Digital camera, $400. Mac keyboard, $50. Mac mouse, $40. Headphones, $25. You know, I'm not saying you broke the computer. I'm just saying it worked fine before you used it last. Entering the classroom. Enter the classroom quietly. Only take out all required class materials and put all other materials away. There should be no talking at this time. Check the daily agenda and begin your work. Got my materials out, sat in my seat, did my bell work, nailed it. Directions and discussion time. During this time, I will be giving important directions or demonstrating something you will be doing for that day. The day's objectives and major concepts will be discussed. Please no talking during instruction time. When the teacher calls on you, when you've been spacing out, put your shades on because this must be what happens as soon as I finish explaining directions. Then again, you can just read. If you could read the directions before asking a question, that'll be great. You mean to tell me I should reference my notes? Studio time. Your independent work on projects will take the majority of class time. While expect a low noise level, you can talk to your classmates as you work. Tell me more how you didn't have time to do the project because you didn't manage your time wisely. When you're texting in class and you're trying not to get caught. When a student is working on other homework in your class. Clean up, closure, and logging off. The last 5 to 15 minutes of class are for cleaning up. Everyone is responsible for cleaning up his or her own work area and leaving it cleaner than they found it. All class equipment needs to be returned to their appropriate place, log out of the computer program used, and straighten your keyboard and mouse under the computer. Ms. Wright will be checking to make sure that everyone has cleaned up and logged off. You have to stop working when it's time to clean up. Put your keyboard under your monitor like this and push in your chair. Dismissal. Absolutely no lining up at the door. When the bell rings, push in your seat. Students do not dismiss the class. Only Ms. Wright dismisses the class. If you leave the class early without permission, you will receive a referral to your administrator. By the end of class, Ms. Wright will be checking to make sure that everyone has cleaned up and logged off. What if I told you lining up at the door doesn't make the bell ring faster? Leaving the classroom. Students should not ask to leave the classroom unless it's an emergency. This includes use of the bathrooms. Bathrooms should be used immediately before or immediately after class. You will not be allowed to use the bathroom during the first and last 10 minutes of class. You will not be marked excused if you were tardy because you were in the bathroom. Visits to guidance, the principal, are granted if you have a valid pass from that individual. Go right ahead. Use the bathroom while I'm teaching. Are you bleeding or dying? No? Okay, sit down. Electronic devices. You will be provided headphones to listen to videos for class. You are responsible for proper care of them. Students may listen to music while working in a classroom as long as they are the only one that can hear their music, but you must be working. Students are not allowed to have any device on if we are discussing topics or assignments in class or while taking any test or quiz. However, you are not allowed to make or receive phone calls, FaceTime, make videos, Snapchat, tweet, Instagram, or charge your phone to the computer or plug. Sure, I totally believe that you were just turning off your phone. I reserve the right at any point in time to tell you to put the device away. I am not responsible for any missing or left electronic device, earbuds, or plug. Do not plug any device to the computer or outlets. First violation is a verbal warning and a loss of participation points. Second violation is a referral and loss of participation points. Refusal to follow removal instructions will result in a referral and or security to be contacted. When you thought your phone was charging overnight, but it wasn't plugged in, well, that's not my problem. Do not plug in any device to the computers or the outlet. When you are tardy, enter the classroom quietly. Place the pass in the bin on the teacher's desk and sign the attendance sheet. Walk to your computer without disturbing your classmates. Log on, read the daily agenda, and begin work. If you come to class after the time allotted for warm-up, you will receive a 0 for that warm-up for the day. You do not get extra time to complete warm-ups. Tardy policy. First tardy, warning. Second tardy, parent contact. Third tardy, referral. Why are you late? I don't want to hear your excuses. I'm going to be late to class. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you asking for permission. When you're absent, makeup work is provided online 24 hours a day on Canvas. Students need to submit a student's absent note to the form on the school website within 3 days from the absent to make up the assignments. Students are allowed the same number of days as they're absent to complete and submit their work. You do not get more time because you have a lot of other work to make up. Did we do anything while I was gone? No, we stopped class to mourn your absence. Students are to make up work on their own time and not during class time. The student is responsible for checking Canvas to find out the makeup work and turn it in. If they do not complete and return the work within the allotted time, you will receive a 0 for these assignments. Students with unexcused absences will not be permitted to make up work missed and will receive a 0 for that day. Student asks if he still has to take the test because he missed a class a week ago.
I'm not absent every day, but when I am, I get my makeup work the next day.
Academic integrity. All work to be graded is included in the integrity policy. Violation of any part of the integrity policy will result in a 0 on the assignment or test. Refer to your integrity policy for details. Here's a partial list of some things that will be considered as cheating. Sharing of work, stealing of work, doing work for someone else to turn in, sharing or copying answers. It's okay to say no. If someone asks you to view your work for purpose of copying, just say no. Tell the other student that you will not jeopardize your grade or your academic integrity for anyone. And you thought you would just copy your friend's work. Not gonna happen. Photo plagiarism policy. All photos must be taken by you specifically for each of the assignments. Do not recycle previously taken photos or steal them from the internet. All photos must be taken by you. There will be a couple of assignments that you will have someone take a photo of you. Those are the only times you should be seen in your photos. Due dates. Due dates vary with the assignment. Due dates are posted ahead of time on Canvas. Since most assignments are done during class time, assignments are due on the due date. No late work will be accepted. All classwork, homework, as well as tests and quizzes are not eligible for reassessment. Doesn't let you turn in homework late, so you actually can learn to be responsible. When a student asks for a deadline extension, how about a no? Supplies needed for this class. 1. A 1-inch binder with pen or pencils cannot be shared with any other class. 2. $20 for camera use and printing. 3. A memory card with at least 32 gigabytes with case, not a micro SD card. 4. Student ID. 5. In a couple weeks, you will need an empty, tall Pringles can with a clear lid. This is my look when students who have on Jordans ask me for a piece of paper or something to write with. Daily supplies needed. Your binder and pen or pencil should be brought to class every day. Keep all papers, handouts given in the class in this binder and take them with you at the end of class. You will not receive additional copies. Bring your memory card daily regardless if we are using it in class. You will never know when the daily agenda will change. Your ID is required daily. Planning on that activity that relies on technology and then it doesn't work? Supply check. The teacher will walk around to check that you have the necessary supplies for class to complete your assignments. Please place them on the table in the designated spot. Daily you should have binder, school ID, pen, and memory card. You came to class without a pencil? Locker pass. Ain't nobody got time for that. Bring all your supplies to class. No pass will be given. Your teacher asks for your notebook. Notebook checks will happen. Turning in assignments, not on Canvas. When assignments are due, you are to place your work in the bin drawer that is labeled with your period. No name papers will be thrown in the trash. I will not search for the owner. Always write your first and last name, date, period, and computer number. If I can't read your name on your written work, it will not be graded. No name on paper, no grade for you. When I grade papers, if I can't read it, you're getting a 0. These are the turn-in bins. Return graded work, not submitted online. Once your work is graded, it will be passed back to you. If you're absent, it will be placed in a graded work bin with your class number on it. It is your job to go to the bin and retrieve your graded work. Check SchoolMax every 2 weeks to make sure the grade on the paper matches the grade in SchoolMax. These are the return work bins that hold graded assignments that were submitted on paper. A day will come when I finish grading papers, but it's not this day. Check SchoolMax every 2 weeks to make sure your grades are accurate. Warm-ups. You will have a daily warm-up for each day of the week. You must complete warm-ups by the first 5 minutes and it will be collected daily. If you are late, you will lose points for that day. Didn't do the warm-up problem? Let me come around and grade you on your warm-up. Turning in assignments on Canvas. Make sure you are uploading the correct assignment when you are turning in assignments on Canvas. You do not get to resubmit an assignment because you selected the wrong file. Also, make sure that your work is correctly uploaded before the due date. When uploaded, you should be able to see the documents or photo uploaded. When the photo assignments are due, you are to submit as a JPEG. Labeling your artwork. Points will be deducted from assignments because of failure to include the following information on assignments. In order to get full credit on your assignments, you must include the following on your work: your first and last name, title of artwork or assignment. When saving your projects, your file name should be written as your last name dash first name dash project name. Do not type JPG. You're going to use the drop down from the format to select JPEG and make sure you submit it as a JPEG. Failing to submit it as a JPEG will result in a 0 for the assignment. Saving a picture, save as a JPEG. Photo passes. When you're outside of the class to shoot projects, you must have on your school ID and this photo pass. This will alert any administration or security that you are on a class assignment. Do not have other people around you that is not in this class. If a teacher sees a group of students and one student with a camera that is making noise outside their room, they will assume all students are photo students and security and administration will be notified, which can get us banned from shooting at school and will become a homework assignment. Only you and your partner are allowed to use the camera assigned to you. And always keep the camera around your neck to avoid dropping it on the floor. When the whole squad meets up in the hallway and a teacher complains, we'll get you banned from shooting during class. Teachers' areas. Please do not sit at my desk. Do not bring a chair up to my desk unless you are invited to do so. Do not borrow from my desk or any cabinet or closet in the classroom. If you need materials, check the student resource area. If you do not see what you need, please ask. Do not go in my closet without permission. When a student borrows something off my desk without asking, please ask. This will be your student resource spots. Getting extra help. If you are having difficulty with some aspect of this class, please let me know. If I do not know there's a problem, I cannot help you. Students concerned about their grade are encouraged to come in during lunch or after school to get help and discuss their grade with the teacher to come up with a plan for improvement. Also, feel free to email the teacher at kimberly.wright@pgcps.org. Do not wait until grades are submitted for progress reports or report cards to discuss your grades. Does everyone understand? Good. I'll move on then. Don't always look puzzled and never ask questions. Or tell me more how you didn't understand the homework so you didn't even try. Or ask questions that don't relate to the topic. Ain't nobody got time for that. Because if you're a teacher, you know there are such things as a stupid question. Don't make this face after hearing about a project, because this will be my face when you give me some excuses. So you didn't know that project was due? That's a lie. I've been teaching for a long time. I've heard every excuse. At least be original. If you do what you're supposed to do, which is your work, then we'll be great. No matter how you feel about this class, get your work done. Otherwise, fill out that change course form now. You choose what grade you get by choosing how you spend your time. You choose whether you fail or succeed. If you didn't get the grade you wanted, it's highly possible I didn't get the work I wanted. And don't tell me you have younger siblings. That's great. Oh wait, some of you are sitting there now. And remember, this is a
No flex zone. They know better.
Act up, you could get snatched up.